Hello everyone, welcome back to a clip I'm going to entitle today, Intuitive is a Mystery That I Love, the title of this. And it's very true. I think I've always been drawn to the enigma of art, and I think we're often drawn to enigmatic art because it kind of stimulates our curiosity, kind of engages the imagination, and it lets people explore deeper meanings, hopefully, and interpretations. I think the best art makes each viewer experience something unique and allows that mystery, allows that personal reflection. Perhaps we look back into our childhood. I've talked about that in many of my other videos. Also, the mystery can provoke thought and discussion, hopefully, and enhances our connection to the artwork and the artist's intention, which ultimately will enrich our appreciation of the creativity and expression. So today I'm just kind of starting this off like I've done other videos with acrylic ink, and I'm using the plastic bottle to just make some marks. The mark making is really important to what I do, and I'm always trying to kind of not know exactly which direction I'm going at this point. I'm just trying to make marks and have a good time with the piece and not think too much about it yet. Just using my spray bottle here again, and a spray bottle without question is another tool, just like the paintbrush and the bottle. So I use a variety of things, as you've seen in my previous videos. And right now I'm just sticking to three colors: a brown, a green, and a purple. Now I'm going to go into my regular acrylic paint, and I'm going to just make some connections here. I'm trying to work on balance, and I had a video that a lot of you have watched, the balancing act video, which is in my playlist for abstraction. And I'm trying to balance this out as well. It's kind of a little heavy on the right here right now, but I'm going to try to work over to the left and bring some asymmetrical balance to it, hopefully. I'm going to bring this crimson color up into the sky, a lot of white space there, so hopefully that will balance the piece out just a little more. You can see on my workspace here all the stains from the ink that I've done endlessly. I've got my ink bottles over here on the left, and these are the ones I use over and over again with the videos I make here. One artist I've always admired is Gerhard Richter, the famous German artist who brings in a certain level of abstraction, but he also works with realism and representational work within the abstract marks he makes. Okay, with this piece, now that it's dried from the ink and acrylic, I'm going to bring some collage into this piece, and I'm bringing pieces that I previously cut out. And some of these are just from different sources. The one I'm doing right now, this is from an old music magazine someone gave me. I think it's from the 1950s or so. It's pretty old, but I'm going to paste this into the composition. I think collage art is compelling to most of us because it combines diverse materials. And I definitely work with a wide variety from different magazine sources here. And it can make those diverse materials and visual elements to make a new narrative. And as you've seen with some of my other videos, the storytelling is an important part. I'm hopefully inviting viewers to explore the interplay of texture, color, and form. And I think this medium really encourages experimentation. I try to get my students to go into collage if they are stuck. It's a great way to get out of artist's block, and it also lets us juxtapose seemingly unrelated images and ideas, and hopefully that brings about personal interpretations. Even now, as I said before with the painting, with the ink and acrylic, I was trying to get some kind of color balance. Now I'm trying to get a balance going asymmetrically with the different elements of collage I'm pasting into the piece. So I'm going around the page trying to bring some kind of balance to this situation here. I'm still not exactly sure where this piece is going, but it's starting to give me some ideas. Of course, the woman's face on the left is bringing some ideas maybe from the 1920s. I feel like this is like a 1920s look from her. And as I've spoken in previous videos, the whole idea of time tripping, going back in the past, combining with the future, and bringing about questions to that whole idea. Anachronism, that's another word I love, and also something I put into a lot of my art pieces. Things that seemingly shouldn't be there existing with something else. For example, if going back in the 1920s, all of a sudden there's someone on a cell phone. The old TV show, The Wild Wild West, this is kind of showing my age a little bit, but that TV series also brought things out of time and into things that were not quite right. It couldn't be in that time period, but there it is. So anachronism is something you also see in literature, of course, and I've always been attracted to those ideas. So right now I'm bringing back in some ink to go over the collage I had, and I'm trying to mask that so the collage doesn't stand out completely free form, and it just kind of blends into the paint that I started to begin with. So I'm also going to go over here to the right and bring some ink over top of that really bright red to kind of tone that down, but I'm also going to bring in some oil pastel later to further work on that. Of course, anachronisms also bring a certain element of mystery to any work, and this is starting to filter in on this piece especially. I'm starting to get some ideas for what I'm going to do with the collage that kind of sparks an idea. That's what a collage should do. It should spark an idea to go further with what you're trying to plan. Okay, with the figure I've got over here on the left from the collage, it kind of just sparked an idea for whatever reason into bringing in an old house. I'm thinking once again from the 1920s, maybe early part of the 20th century. And I'm just kind of free-forming this. I'm just kind of drawing a house of what I think it looks like. Of course, in elementary school, I drew houses all the time without any image or reference to look at. So that's what I'm trying to force myself to do here, to bring in some sort of house that will encompass the page, but also kind of an interplay between the collage and the house I'm drawing. A house often symbolizes safety, stability, and maybe comfort, serving as perhaps a refuge from the outside world. It can also bring about hopefully some kind of personal identity, kind of reflecting the values and lifestyles of the people who live inside of it. I think family dynamics, perhaps memories, dreams, connections, it's all there. I think additionally in literature and art, a house may symbolize the boundary between the private and public spaces we all live in. So those are just some of the things I'm thinking about as I sketch in this house. I think we all remember the first house we grew up in. I certainly do. What was the house you grew up in? If you care to leave a comment, we can start a discussion perhaps below. I remember the house I grew up in. My dad built a small tree house in back, and I used to go up there and get away from the world, read comic books, watch things down below in the neighborhood. That's one of my kind of dreamy memories from that time. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead here a little bit. I brought in water-soluble pastel, and I've kind of gone over the details from the ink, and I'm just adding other elements to it. Definitely bring some contrast with the light gray against the brown. The little details of the mark making, for me, I feel like it really brings a lot to visual interest. So that's why I'm focusing in here and bringing in these lines across the house. If you notice below, I also brought some grass mark making at the bottom of the house, and these vertical and curved lines hopefully bring a contrast to the geometric line I'm at the top with the lines in the house. Okay, before I go on, I'm just going to bring in some examples of some works I did this week. I often work on 4 to 5 pieces per week. So these are just some figure studies I did, and definitely done with mixed media. Here's another one where I started off abstractly, and after it dried, I brought in some other drawings that I worked with on top of those abstractions. Okay, back to the house I've been working on. Here I've got the oil pastel. That red's just a little too glaring to me. I'm just going to try to tone it down. I want some of the red to show through, but not completely. So I brought in a green that I'm just going to go over and bring some sketchiness to it. Like I said, I don't want to completely disappear it. I'm also going to go back into my acrylic paint, and I'm going to mix up some color, and we will go back into the trees in the background. I'm going to get that just a little thicker, bring some more darker element to it. I'm just going to work around that collage element, let it touch a little bit, but not let it disappear either. And here we have maybe the final piece. I'm not sure I'm completely done, like I said in most of my videos, but I wanted to show you where I'm at right now. Definitely, I will probably add some more marks to this before I finish. But if you've liked this video today, please like, please subscribe, please comment. I'll see you later.